What's up, guys? Ooh, excuse me. Let me get this together. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Former Colorado great says the team are a bunch of prima donnas, and they're getting really pretty much said they're getting paid for no reason. Talking about Colorado. Also, the Browns need to release Shedeur Sanders. Um, but they're gonna be talking about the trade deadline because that's what everybody's waiting on. They're waiting to see what happens in the trade deadline. But I'm going to tell you right now, I honestly think he's not going to get traded by the trade deadline. I think they held him out for last game. They said that he had a back issue. His back was tight. And they elevated Bailey Zappi to the QB2 spot for the last game. So we'll talk about that a little later. I want to hear now, when I say former Colorado great, I'm talking about Matt McChesney. He went in on the team a little bit. So I'm going to ask you your opinions on that. And he said the team quit. Now, to be fair, I didn't watch the first quarter of the game. I watched what is this? Hold on a second. What is this? Oh, okay. To be fair, like I said, I didn't watch the first quarter. I watched the end of the second quarter. And I saw it was when I started watching it, put it this way, when I started watching it, the score was already 40-0. And then the field goal kicker made it 43-0. That's when I started watching it. But I thought the game was almost over because I forgot that the game started at 10 Eastern Standard Time. But I thought it started around 7. So I was kind of like, back a little bit from that game. But I did go see the highlights and stuff like that. But, he claimed he feels the team quit. So, I want to ask you guys what you think about that. And can they bounce back here? Because you got to think about this mathematically. They won 3 games in the season. They got 4 to go. If they can win out, they don't want 7 games in the season. That's a really good situation to win 7 games. That means you won most of them on the tail end. That's pretty good to finish out the season. You get to a bowl game and everything is forgiven at that point. But what's happening here is with the fans, this is what I'm noticing. Now I'm real. I felt like they played like crap. And I said they got belt the ass put to them. And sometimes some teams have your number for that moment in time. I don't think they were 100% prepared because of what the quarterback said. The quarterback said he didn't see the looks that they gave him. He didn't see none of that in the film. But he has to understand that they're going to bring something new to him to tailor to what they're doing. But he had a hard time adjusting and different things like that. He didn't really have a bailout plan for when they sitting up there blitzing because they blitzed the whole game. And at that point, that's where you look to the flat or look for a short route. That's a quick, I'm talking about a gimme route. Like one of those, like you tell the guy, like, look, I need you to be right here because I know they're getting ready to blitz. Or for me, it's best for the flat route because you could beat the blitz that way. But it's easier said than done. Yeah, they did outcoach him. They did outcoach him. And Coach Prime said that. They outcoached him. You said, well, 6 wins is a bowl. Yeah, 6 wins is a bowl game. Even if they lose one more game and then win the rest of them, they're in a bowl game. But I don't know if it's possible at this juncture. I don't know if it's possible. They have to get rid of the quarterback, and they're not doing that. When I started thinking about this Chauncey Billups situation, I'm beginning to think everybody is in on it. I'm beginning to think football is fake. That's what I'm beginning to think. I know the NBA is fake. And It might not even be fake for everybody, but that's the perception that I have now. Like, that's the perception that I have. Like, how do you blow something like this? How do you do that? But it can happen because, just to be honest with you though, Utah's a really good team though. I didn't realize that. I'm looking at their record. They've been hurting people. They have. This whole season, they have been hitting people in the mouth the whole season. They've been bullying their ways through the whole season. They have. So Utah is just really a good team. But I do question everything. Something you have to. You have to question everything. Is somebody on the take? Is somebody getting money? Is somebody getting paid to throw this game? But like Matt McChesney said, Jordan Seaton, his draft is his draft stock is being lowered. I can see it too. I don't see him going the first round. But the thing is, if he continue to play like if they continue to be like this next year, it's going to be hard for him to go in the first round. It's going to be hard, even though he's one of the hardest players there. When you lose like this and you only win 2-3 games a season, that's a reflection on the whole team. He either they have to get their act together, or he has to go to a big name school to keep his draft stock. One or the other. Because this team, I mean, let's be honest. This team is rebuilding. That's what it is. It's a rebuilt team. They're rebuilding. The foundation has cracked because Travis and them left. Remember, Travis played 2 years at Colorado, him and Shedeur, so they laid the foundation. But the foundation was only temporary. This is only a temporary situation, right? It's only a temporary situation, and now they got to rebuild again. Yeah, they do have an NFL player on the offensive line in Jordan Seaton, but do they have any other NFL players on the team? The answer is, let me see. They have Twin and they have Draylon Miller. I don't know about the rest. And that kid that what's the other kid? The kid that I guess the other wide receiver. He's pretty good too. That kid can play. So they might have a few because that kid can play. I think it's Williams, right? He can play. But that's about it. It ain't nobody else screaming out to me NFL. So here's the situation. Caden Salter, he's not an NFL quarterback, but he did get some money to come there. I don't know how much money he got, but he got his money already. He's happy. He got his money. They got to pay him. Okay. But you guys put together a promotion to get Juju there. You even had Miss Peggy getting on the internet saying, "Come on, Juju, come here," and y'all not playing them. So something is not right with this team. So I can't put my finger on it. It's coming from the coaches though. Something's not right. Something is not right here. Like you guys, it was a big push to get Juju there. Oh, we need to get him, and then you showed the picture with him and Shedeur with him handing him the keys. I promise you, he's not staying here. He's not staying. What he's doing is he's preserving his red shirt. That's what he's doing, and he's going to USC because that's who really wanted him. He's gonna head to USC. He's gonna head to USC, man. You guys should have played him. Like, I mean, maybe y'all think he's not ready. Maybe y'all think he's not ready, but if he goes somewhere else and kill it, y'all gonna look crazy. You know what I'm saying? Maybe y'all just can't develop him. Maybe that's it. But there's other 5 stars that's playing right now. They're getting their opportunity and they're making mistakes too. The kid from Michigan, remember he missed the snap in that last game. He's making mistakes, but they letting him play. He made a mistake. He was looking somewhere else and the snap came. But he's still playing for Michigan. He's still playing. And for you guys to keep allowing 400 yards here, 300 yards here, it's the linebacker coach. Y'all still why y'all still have him? Why is he still a linebacker coach, man? It's obviously they're not being coached right. It has to be. That has to be it. I'm identifying that has to be it. That has to be it. Okay. Maybe he's not it. Maybe y'all need to go get somebody else. Because I mean, 400 yards, you have to look at the coach too. But at the same time, the coach can't get out there and play. It's the personnel. You know what I'm saying? You're only as good as your personnel, really. So maybe they just ain't got it. Maybe they just not Power 5 football quality. Maybe that's it. You got to think of it like that too. Maybe they are giving it their all, but they just can't do it. You got to look at it like that too. And also, it's more than just football. They have their lives after this. They're getting their free education. That's most important. You got to think about it for a second. I put this in perspective. They're called student athletes. They're not called athlete students. There's students first and then athletes second. Some of them are there, they're getting their free education, and that's more valuable than football, really, for some of them. And they're getting paid to do it right now at this level. So it's not a fail for them. Actually, it's really not. They're having fun on campus, going to parties, stuff like that, enjoying themselves as a college athlete. See, some people, guys, my point is, football doesn't define them. You know, if coaching them, if they looking for somebody to eat and sleep and shit, football, they got to go find those people. But you're gonna find those people in high school. There's no way they should have let Gage Genther get out of Colorado. There's no way. But he's going to Tennessee now. They did not recruit Gage Genther. Gage Genther is an NFL player. He's one of those players that's going to be on the fast track to the NFL, just like Jordan Seaton. And they did not recruit him. And that was one of Matt McChesney's guys. Why didn't they get him? That's a dog right there. He's going to Tennessee now. So my point is, you gotta go after that. In order for you to build those trenches like you want to, you got to go to high school, and they got to be with your program for more than 2 years. That's how you do it, really. That's how the other teams are doing it, but they also have the luxury of going in the portal as well. Especially if they lose somebody to the NFL, maybe they can go snatch somebody in the portal. But usually those people got money though. So there's a lot to this right here. Um, you got to think about there's levels to this football. Some people, they're on the fast track to the NFL, like Jordan Seaton. So he's going to eat shit and breathe this. Everybody on the team is not going to the NFL. I mean, look how good Chidozie was. He can't even get a practice squad invite. So a lot of them see that like, damn, I'm not going to the NFL, but I'm going to get this money as much as I can get and have some fun. But this ain't defining me. You know what I'm saying? It's not. In order to get those NFL players, you got to go around the country and recruit them and find them. You got to get them out of high school. Because remember, Alabama got Caleb Downs out of high school. They didn't get Caleb Downs in the portal. Now, Ohio State got lucky and got Caleb Downs in the portal because Coach Saban left. Coach Saban left, and that's why he went into the portal. But they had money to go get him, though. They had money to go get a Caleb Downs. But my point is, you're going to get those players out of high school. And then it takes a couple years to build that program up. And then you're there. But it takes money too still. But I mean, maybe the team is just not ready to compete this year. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that it's a rebuilding year. He's rebuilding again. He got to go find another Travis Hunter, man. Listen, he found Travis Hunter, he can go get him another one. Not on the level of Travis, but he can go get some more 5 stars. Okay. Look what he did for Travis' career. Because if I'm a parent, I'm thinking about that. Look what he did for his career. You know, look at the exposure they get. Go get those 5 stars and 4 stars and all that, and then develop them. And then now in a couple years, you competing again. But you're not gonna compete just getting a whole bunch of people in the transfer portal. It's not happening. And that I'm identifying it's not working. It's not working at that level. You have to coach. These coaches have to coach. They're getting out coached. They're getting out coached. So if they're getting out coached, then you can't just blame the personnel on the field if you're getting out coached. That means you're not putting the proper plays together. That means your team is not prepared. And here's another thing. The team, they only have this year that they all playing together. Some of these people are playing together for the first time. It might take a couple years to gel together, but he got a bunch of seniors on the team. He's about to have to rebuild again because he's losing half his offensive line. So now he has to rebuild again. It's not working at this level. It's not working. You can't keep rebuilding every year. It's not working. It's not. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to keep rebuilding. Um. The hell is that? Hold on. Oh man. But hold on a second. God damn. Sorry about that. Yeah, where was I at? So yeah, so there's a lot going on. I mean, they're rebuilding. That's my whole thing. They're rebuilding. They're rebuilding because they lost a lot of personnel. And that goes to show how good the team was last year. You know, they lost Jimmy Horn, lost Chidozie, Shiloh, Silman Craig, you know what I'm saying, Shedeur, Jimmy Horn. Bro, LeJontay, they lost a lot of people. Hill Green, the other linebacker out of Clemson. That you know, if you lose all those people, you're rebuilding again. So that's what's happening. So it's a rebuilding team again. So they're gonna have to. I would say they're gonna have to just go like. But you know what? These coaches, they're stuck in their ways. They're gonna do it how they're gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So, because like with Caden Salter, like he's in a new system, and Staub is a leader. Actually, if you go to Bucky's video that they played today, you can see how Staub was talking. Staub is a leader. Actually, Staub is the one that's supposed to be starting, but the coaches are in his way. You know what I'm saying? Maybe are the coaches on the take? God damn, like play this dude, yo. It's not working with Salter. God damn, is the mob in y'all pockets? What the fuck? Like like y'all, like Staub is the y'all guy. He's the leader. He was the one that got the ball down the field and scored. And he was the only one that scored. Him and Mata. Him and Mata was the only people that scored, and them the two dogs on the team. The kicker is the dog. The fuck, man. That's how I'm saying. Like, what's up with the coaches though? Because how come y'all not playing this man? It's not working with the other guy. It's not working. He can't get the ball down the field. It's not working. It's the same thing that's going on with Dylan Gabriel right now. Dylan cannot get that ball down the field. I mean, he did. Actually, he did the last game. He did a little bit. He attempted. I mean, he did get it to the tight end for a score. Even if you lose with Staub, the other guy is not your guy, though. Staub is. Because Staub is the leader. I saw how he was talking to the team. And then I saw how him and Jordan Seaton was talking. He said, what do you think? Are you going left or right side? He said, I'm going left side. He said, then Jordan was like, are you going to go? Are you going to push in or are you going to dive? I think you should dive in. He said, no, let's push it. That's the lead. That's the leader. How come he don't got an L on his jersey? These coaches, man, it's the coaches, guys. It is. It's the coaches. That's y'all guy. Okay? That's y'all guy. This other guy is not it now. Is we identified that, but here's the thing. Nothing has failed with Salter. He hasn't failed. He got his money. And remember, education comes first. He already graduated. So he already got his education, and I believe he's working on his master's. Okay? His college career was a success. Football and everything. Everybody not going to the NFL. He got his free education. He graduated, and he got that money. And hopefully he's flipping that money. Okay, so this is a win-win for him. Okay, it's a win-win. But Staub should have got that money. You know what? They're not going to pay Staub that money because these coaches are in their own head. They're in their own head, man. They're in their own head. Like, listen, it didn't matter if y'all got gold jackets. That coach put belt to y'all ass. Okay? That's what he did. He said, oh, y'all beat me last year, right? Okay. Oh, we going to revamp, and I'm coming to put belt to y'all ass. That's what he did. The gold jackets and stuff, it don't matter. You know why? Because they're not playing no more. You only as good as your personnel. If your personnel is not doing what you're supposed to, with what they want you to do, then you ain't got it. Chidozie exposed it. Chidozie said y'all soft. So Chidozie was the one that identified, and he exposed the defense. He said you guys are soft. If that's the case, I don't know, man. They got to go find the dogs. They got to go find them. Or they might have to have a whole complete roster overhaul again. They might have to, because like Chidozie said it. Chidozie said, look, Chidozie, that was his first year there. He only had 1 year left, and he killed it. He didn't have a bad season. So I don't know if it's just getting acclimated to the playbook. I don't know if that's it, because because Shedeur, it worked out for him. It worked out for LeJontay Wester. No, if you're a dog, you're a dog. It don't matter where you are. I think that's what it is. It worked out for Jimmy Horn. It worked out for Xavier Weaver. And he was only there. He only had 1 year left. That was it. It worked out for him, though. Yeah, I think they just, hey, man, they like, we just here to get this check, man. We ain't going to no NFL, man. We gonna get this check, and that's it. I think they thought they were gonna get their cream of the crop. I think they honestly thought, really, the coaches, they misjudged it. They thinking that they were gonna get a Caleb Downs. They were gonna get all the people to come there. That's not happening. Because these other schools, they're outbidding you. That's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the NFL, the fast track to the NFL in the transfer portal. That's not happening. You're not getting it. You gotta go recruit it out of high school. If you want the NFL talent, you got to recruit them out of high school. You do. Because that whole offensive line for Texas, they got them out of high school. Maybe they might have got one in the portal, but they got most of them from high school. Notre Dame, they got them all from high school. You rarely see a Notre Dame player in the portal, especially offensive line. They're known as offensive line university. They've always been that way. Even Penn State. Penn State is like linebacker university, Micah Parsons, LeVar Arrington's, like that. That's linebacker university. But they also known for their offensive line as well. You got to get them out of high school. You're not going to get them in the portal. You're not going to get a Caden Proctor in the portal. You're not going to get them. You got to recruit them out of high school. So let's see what Matt. What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Let's see what Matt talking about.
To be super pissed off, to be honest with you, but I can't guarantee anything. So Bailey, let's get started on this. Just awful. The worst.
Now, I know he probably feeling a certain type of way as well. A teammate of his just recently passed away from the New York Jets. You know what I'm saying? Nick Mangold just passed away. So I know he might be feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Because when he played for the Jets, Nick Mangold was there. So he probably feeling that right now, too, when he went on his rant.
Sports weekend that I can remember.
Yeah, I mean, completely frustrating for sure, Matt. And we got a lot to address here on 0 to 60, the premier show for Colorado Buffaloes.
Let me just say this for the faithful, for the people that's been fans before we got here. Because I'm telling you, when Coach Prime leave, I'm leaving. So I'm just letting you know that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it depends on who the coach is. Like if one of the coaches stay and become the coach, I might follow him. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real with you, right? It's not going to be the same because we're not going to have Bucky there with the camera. So I'm just telling you this. It's not going to be the same. We need somebody there with the camera so we can see it day to day. Bucky made that. Just letting you know that. Bucky made that team relevant. Yeah, his dad did too, but it was Bucky's camera, though, that added it, that made it what it is. It's like a reality show. So if Bucky's not there, then I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, I'm just being real with you. So I just want to just say to the faithful real quick, don't forget this, though. He made this team relevant again. Okay? Because prior to him coming in, y'all 1-11. Okay? What's more embarrassing than being 1-11? Yeah, they lost by 50-some points to 7, right? No, what's more embarrassing is only winning one game of the season. That's more embarrassing. So let's not forget that. Let's not forget, like, this is the worst thing in Colorado history. Y'all just want a reason to bash Prime because y'all don't like him. Y'all really don't like him. Let's be clear. I wish Prime would go to Florida somewhere. I wish he would go back to his roots. I wish he would go back to Florida. You know what I'm saying? Because he might have opportunity after this. That school right there, nah, yo, they don't appreciate him, yo. Not that school. Not that school. They don't appreciate. I'm being real. I'm being real with you, Colorado people, man. Because some of you vloggers, you just been waiting for the perfect moment to hate on him. This man just had surgery before the season. You know what somebody said in the comments, and I had to get on them. They talking about, well, he just there to the coach's son. He gonna leave and he just gonna blame it on his health shit. What you talking about? He had cancer. The fuck? The man is sick. He's not lying about that. That's because y'all were waiting to hate on him. Y'all were waiting. Some of you vloggers too, I've been watching. That's why I ain't studying you. If y'all notice, I don't be doing collabs with nobody. I don't be doing no collab. They know who I am, though. They got to. If they say they don't, they hating. Okay? They know who I am. And I don't do no collabs because I saw them for who they are. They were just waiting for the perfect moment to hate on them. Ain't nobody studying these people because Prime, listen, him and Bucky made y'all famous again. Because after that, nobody was studying you. He's the reason Jordan Seaton came there. Coach Prime's the reason y'all got a Heisman Trophy winner. But y'all don't care about that. Okay? Y'all really don't. He's the reason Shedeur came there. So y'all ain't even happy about that. And don't act like before he came there, y'all only won but one game. So miss me with that now. Miss me with it. Y'all miss me with that. Okay. This man had surgery and still came back and coached the next day. He had surgery for the clots and came back and coached the next day, and y'all still giving him y'all ass to kiss. I know why y'all doing it, but I don't want to get deep on this show. I know why y'all giving him your ass to kiss. I know why. Because y'all don't like it. But guess what? I hope that Florida picks him up. I hope so. The only thing Coach Prime is missing? Money. That's the only thing he's missing. Money. I'm not talking about money he's getting. I'm talking about Les Miles money. Okay? Even though they just let go. And just let me let y'all know real quick. Les Miles didn't get fired. I know he got fired, but that wasn't really a firing because they bought him out for $100 million. What kind of firing is that? That's not really getting fired. That's a blessing. Shout out to Les Miles, man. Shout out to Coach Miles. Come on, man. Y'all know who Coach LSU, man. Don't act like y'all don't know who Les Miles is, man. Les Miles is Mr. Rich Miles. God damn. If Coach Prime went there or he went to a big name school, he would never have a problem again. He would never have a problem not getting dogs there. Okay? He will get the players that eat shit and breathe football at that point. That's what he'll finally get. Okay? You said Brian Kelly at LSU. Who just got fired? Was it Les Miles? Who just got fired, man? But they gave him $100 million buyout. Was he at LSU? Anyway, that's not a fire. That's not getting fired, man. But anyway, if Coach Prime went to Florida or Florida State, I hope he go to Florida State because they need a coach. I hope he go to Florida State, man. If he go to Florida State, he will never, ever again have to worry about getting players that don't eat shit and breathe football. Ever again. Oh, it was Brian Kelly. Wait, hold up. You keep saying Brian Kelly. Hold on one second. I'm talking about what's his name. So Brian Kelly, okay. What is yeah, it was Brian Kelly. What's his name got bought out too? Les Miles had got bought out when he left. So let me see Brian Kelly. Yo, these dudes, man. Guys, that's a blessing to get bought out for that kind of money. I think it was 50 million or something like he got bought out for, Brian Kelly. But man, that's a blessing. That's not a firing. Yeah, he was still under contract, so they had to buy him out. Shout out to Brian Kelly, man. I was thinking about Les Miles, but he got bought out too, though, before he left. LSU paying over there. But remember, if Coach Prime go to Florida State, he would never have another problem again with players not. Remember, you know how I know it's a problem up in Colorado? I remember he used to get on people and complain for not watching film. He said, y'all need to watch your film, okay? Somebody of Coach Prime caliber should not have to tell you to watch film. This is not a playoff team. It's not a playoff team. They need some more Jordan Seatons there. They don't have enough. You need at least 6 Jordan Seatons on defense, and you need at least 5 on offense to go to the playoffs. I'm talking about of that caliber. That's what they need. You're not going to get it at Colorado. Those kids are, most of the kids on that team, they're just student athletes, man. They're not going to the NFL. They're not. He needs some real dogs. And the only way to get it is leave Colorado. I'm just telling you. See, he thought that because he's there, he's going to attract the players at Colorado, and it's not happening. It's not happening. You know why? Because they don't have the money. That's why. They will come there. They will come there and play, but we're in an era now where they want money. The parents is asking, like, how much you gonna give us? So that's just basically what it is. Like people like Oregon and stuff, they gonna get what they want because they gonna spend what they want. But that's the deal with him. So I just want to let the fans that were there before we got there know. If he leaves this season, y'all cooked. Y'all done. Okay, y'all going back to the dark ages. Y'all are done. I'm just letting you know this. Even if he got blown out, y'all still relevant because we still talking about it. Okay. So let's see. Matt went off. Matt jumped out the window though. And Matt has always been like that. I remember he played for the Jets. He's always been a fiery guy. All right, let's go.
Football coverage brought to you by FanDuel, the Believe Network, and Delete Me. Matt, we're going to waste no further time and get into it here. We have former Colorado quarterback Bobby Pesavento joining us here in about 10 minutes or so here, and can't wait to have him get his perspective on the shit show that just happened this weekend. Colorado loses 53-7 against Utah in a historically bad performance. One last thing I will note, Coach Sanford tweeted this out. He said, "This reminds me of the 2022 CU Utah game, also the 2023 CU WSU game. This is as bad as it gets." And that's coming from Coach Sanford.
Yeah, but the difference is those two teams had, like, Shedeur didn't play in 23 in Pullman, and we were at the end of a shitty year. Okay, I get it. That was a bad game. At least they tried.
Sure.
In 2022, the Utah game that Coach Sanford is referring, we were at the end of a 1-10 season. They were 1-11 afterwards. They were playing a bunch of walk-ons. No one was there. That was the worst game I've ever seen, but they were so god-awful. I didn't see them go neck and neck with ranked teams all year. Georgia Tech and BYU are undefeated, and we should have beat both of them.
Yeah.
Bro, okay, look. Bobby's gonna come on the show. Bobby was there. He was in the booth with Coach Barnett. I had to text Coach Barnett and make sure he was okay.
Fuck.
I'm not mad, dog. I've never been more fucking embarrassed in my life than the first half of that football game. As an athlete and as an alum, as a former captain and a guy who really loves that place, Mercenaryville is not working. Shedeur and Travis aren't there to keep it all together. The 38 turds you brought in can't play. Corey Phillips, we need to start questioning what you're doing. Why are you?
Yeah, he's going way out. He jumping way out now, guys. He really is. He's jumping way out there. But I have to say this. The most embarrassing moment is going 1-11. That's the most embarrassing. Yeah, this game was embarrassing because I thought the game was almost over. They said, "No, man, it's halftime." I'm like, "What?" And then they put belt to ass because they hurry up and spike the ball before halftime so they can kick a field goal. That was belt to ass. Now they did ease off and take their starters out, but what if they kept their starters in the whole time? Oh, it would have got really ugly. That's what a Steve Spurrier would have did back in the day. I remember him running up the score like 72-6 one time on a team back when he was the coach at Florida. You said they rather have wins versus money. Yeah, those are the players that you're looking for. That rather have wins because they know that they want to the NFL. Those are the players you're looking for. You got to recruit those players. It's gonna be a long last 4 games, Ryan. If they could win if they went out the 4 games. This is a respectable season, believe it or not. If they could win the last 4 games, this is a respectable season. That's 7-game win. That's a 7-game season. If they can win out, that's not bad. They over 500. That's not bad. Okay, they have something they can build on for next year. Now you building a foundation again. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that, DJH. I do smell a trade coming with Shedeur now. I do, and it looks like it might be the Raiders. Because the Raiders, the Jets coach. Look, let me just stop real quick for the show. The Jets owner need to stop. He need to stop. I told you, I did not tell you guys, DJs. Remember, Brian, tell me if I didn't tell y'all. He was jumping out the window on the team. Y'all just didn't know it. And then it spilled over to the press. He went to the press saying we losing because of Justin Fields. That's why we losing. Because he can't make a pass. I told y'all he was jumping out the window. You're like, Max, you tripping. No, I know somebody worked for trust me. He's mad that he didn't get Shedeur. He's mad about it. And I want to say this to the owner. It's nobody's fault but yours. You could have drafted him, but you're sitting up there listening to your homeboys and them. And you didn't get him. And then you felt like you were lied to. Because now he's mad. He felt like he was lied to. Listen, sir. Sir, you own the team. You're the owner. Everybody, you employ everybody. Okay? So if you wanted to go draft Shedeur like you intended to, you should have just drafted him. And you didn't have to listen to everybody. So now he mad. That's why I told guys he really is mad as fuck. Like he's almost hospital mad. That's how mad he is. And now he can't get Shedeur. He can't get him. Because they won't trade with him. They won't trade. They won't do it. He said, well, look, just let him go and I'll pick him up. Because his intentions were for them to drop Shedeur and he pick him up and trade and let him play instead of Justin Fields. That was the plan. But he can't get that now. Because they won't trade Shedeur to him. They might do it for the Raiders. And they also want first round and second round picks for Shedeur. They do. And I know you like, well, how? Because he went in the fifth round. They don't matter to the Brown. They want something for him. So I believe the Raiders are going to get him for sure. I think it is. I think it's going to be the Raiders. And now Tom Brady is having a say-so now. He is. He wants to get him now. Because he feels like he can develop him. I know he feels that way. Like, I'm going to be the one to develop him. I'm going to be the one to show him about the defenses. I'm going to be the one to bring Shedeur along. I'm going to be the one. Yeah, they trying to get him now. So that's why I said, let's wait before the trade deadline. Let's see what they're going to do with him. So, yeah, we're going to get back to that. Let's see what else Matt talking about.
Not recruiting high school kids and developing them if Prime is going to be there for the long run. I'm tired of all this falling on Coach Prime from that perspective because he's looking at this like I've got all these grown men that are good at their jobs in their positions and they should do their jobs. Does he need to be more vocal? Yeah, and he's yelling at people on the sideline. He's getting on people's asses, and it seems to me like everybody rolls their eyes and kind of just is like, oh, well, he's yelling at me. I don't know how they don't have respect for what he wants. Look, everything falls back on him when it comes down to it, and this is not cool. I don't think I've ever said this in my life, but I'm embarrassed to be a Colorado Buffalo today. I'm embarrassed. I don't give a fuck if you wear a gold jacket. I don't care if you're the baddest football player that's ever played in the world and you're a coach there now and you don't think you can be criticized. I don't give a fuck if you're the best player on the team there. I watched all of you quit. You didn't play together. You have no idea what shoulder to shoulder means. You know how much shit I've gotten over the last 3 years about tradition and singing the fight song correctly, not the fucking country club version they think we sing, but actually going up there. And you know how many times I've asked to just go institute that part of it because they're missing it. Well, brother, when you don't have any sense of tradition, when you don't have any sense of foundation, when everybody is there just to get a fucking check, this is what happens. They check out. They have totally checked out. They just beat a ranked team in Boulder to save their season. They had a week off. What the fuck did everybody do in Boulder? Hey, players. That was the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen in my life. Jordan Seaton, you're hurting your draft stock. And it's not because you go to CU. It's because of the way you're playing. Everybody else, he's getting drafted regardless. I don't know if it's number one anymore, but he's still going. You can get mad at me all you want, Jordan. I don't care. I just watched what I watched. Not just him. He's the best player on the team, no doubt. Everybody else, the way you're playing and the way that you're carrying yourself and the effort you gave and the lack of accountability and the bitching back and forth at each other and the fucking the inability to like communicate simple shit and the play calling's atrocious. We all know that. Pat's going to keep his job though. Nobody's going to get fired. Let's be real, bro. I'm dumbfounded on what exactly we're doing. What did you do for 2 weeks? You didn't know you were going to Salt Lake City to play Utah? You just beat the shit out of them last year. And you go out and you lose. It's 43-0 in the first fucking half.
Yeah.
You gave up 422 fucking yards rushing.
Okay. He really going to jump out the window now. Here it comes.
Yeah.
422 yards rushing against you. You shouldn't be wearing the fucking jersey. I don't care if you're from Alabama and you were a 5-star Otis. You're a turd. Those kids have no fucking heart. I hope that Merritt and McPherson stick around. But right now, if I'm those two, what the fuck, man? What kind of veterans do you have around them? Please, for the love of God, everyone needs to be benched, bro, on defense. We'll talk about the offense in a second. Every single fucking guy that started and played that game should not play next week. I don't give a shit if they're better on tape and shit. That was fucking embarrassing. I played technique there, bro. I played 5 technique there the whole time. If it's 400 fucking yards rushing, I wouldn't be able to look anybody in the face. I'd never leave my fucking house again. But you know what? I'm sure everybody just got on the bus and ate their post-game meal and fucking bitched about the coaching. And it's not on you. It's not on any of you. It's always on somebody else. It's the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. I don't give a fuck if you don't like it anymore. I'm calling people the fuck straight out. We're 3 years into this. They just went 9-4 and won a Heisman Trophy. And this is what we do with it. It's been Coach Prima is battling cancer and blood clots and getting surgery in the middle of the season. And this is how you fucking guys show up to play. The coaches, yeah, they're accountable. They don't fucking play. There's not one goddamn leader on this fucking team. Nobody's scared of anyone. And it's unfucking fathomable to me when you have that many grown men, 8 seniors and grads, and everybody wants to go to the NFL, right? None of you motherfuckers are going. I'm sorry as fuck. None of you are going to the league. Not one of you. I hope Arden gets into a camp, but goddamn, dog. I love you, Walk, but fuck.
Well, Arden is going to get into a camp. Arden and the twin. Twin is going to get in the camp in Arden. Those are the two that I think that will make a practice squad or even better. Those two are dogs. They can play. But the problem is they can't do it by themselves. Now, the thing is with Rock, why they're not playing him? This is the coach's fault, DJH. Rock is 320 pounds. Why are you not playing him? And he's been there. It's on coaches, too. It's the coaches messing this up, too. I know he's the strongest, but they're not playing him. So you gotta start looking at the coaches sideways too on why they're not playing him. You should not have recruited his position. You should not have brought in a grad student to take over his position when he's been there. Okay, it doesn't make sense, or unless he's hurt. But they recruited. They brought in people to replace him. That was a mistake. See, I believe in the football guards. Cameron, come back to you. You're not supposed to replace him. You're supposed to let him play because he was one of the bright spots on your offensive line. I identified that it got to be the coaches because one of the players left and went back to Indiana, and he headed to the NFL now. So he saved himself by leaving. He saved himself. So it has to be something in his system. They're not doing something right. It's the coach. They're not doing something right. It's the play call and everything else. Shit, if I was Coach Prime, you know what I would do? I would take over the play calling, just like how Andy Reid and them do it, and just how what's his name do it at Nebraska. I would take over the play calling. I'm like, look, give me 5 or 6 plays, and I will figure out for this situation. I'll figure out which play we're going with. Give me a trick play. Give me this. Give me that, and then I will give that to the quarterback. That's what I'll be doing. I'll be like having that card and covering my mouth talking to the quarterback. Because I know he can do it. He can do it. You know what I'm saying? Because actually, he probably need to do it for defense. He probably need to take over the defense. Because the defensive coach, yeah, he looking bad, man. He looking, it's the person, and then it got to be the personnel too. But let me tell you something. When Coach Prime was yelling at him and he just kind of walked away, that was a bad sign. Back in the day, no coach would ever turn their back on Coach Bobby Bowden. Ever. That would never happen. Never. Or Les Miles. That would never happen. Or Coach Saban. That would never happen. Okay? You will get fired immediately. Okay? Let's just get that straight. Now, Coach Prime said that he is accountable. He said the coach has got to be accountable. He already said that. And you know the crazy thing is he probably knows what's going on. But he can't understand it. Like, damn, like they calling the wrong shit in the game. It's just falling apart. I already had said why he did that, DJ. It's because he's a millennial. He never got belt ass. Okay. He got the timeout things. They can't take being talked to that way. They can't. They'll shut down on you and just turn their back, walk away. This is a different day and age. Yeah, as long as Pat and Robert there, CU will Nick. Right, he gonna have to fire him straight up, yo. And let's see who he can bring in as the offensive coordinator. Is Leftwich still there? I know they said maybe he has something going on. Maybe he can be the offensive coordinator. And then I'm not sure about the defensive coordinator, but you got to understand something real quick. Oh, Bartolone? Well, yeah, put Bartolone in. As a defensive coordinator or offense? Offense, right? Bring in the offense. Yeah, bring him in as offense, and then they need somebody for defense. Yeah, that's what they need because it could be the offensive coordinator doing it on purpose. It could be because I heard he's good friends with the dude from Kevin Stefanski. He got to let him go, man. Like anytime like your son getting done like that and y'all cool, I would have been fired him. Like y'all, we got to get a replacement. I also feel like Coach Prime is getting sabotaged, but I can't prove it. But I never could prove that. Yeah, another Sean Lewis situation. Let me see. Who could he bring in as a defense? It could be another NFL guy like a Dom Capers or somebody like that if he still wants to coach. Like go after Dom Capers or something. Well, or somebody a little younger, I guess, because Dom, I think he gonna retire. You know, somebody of that caliber that wants to still coach and help him out. It has to be like somebody he trusts, like because I feel like this is a sabotage situation. I do. Because when Caden Salter during the game, you can see it in the highlights. He's looking at the play. He said, "What?" He looked at the sidelines like, "We doing what? Were we going with what?" He didn't want to go with that play. So, Caden, if you listen and change up the play yourself, fuck it. Go with your instinct. If you don't feel like the play is being called is the right play, then change up like Staub is doing. Or call a timeout and go to Coach Prime. Like, look, this coach, look at the defense is showing. And look what he's calling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, or something. Because I feel like it's the play calling. But you know, the thing is, we can't prove the sabotaging, though. We can't prove it. But we did see it the first season. There was a left tackle that had transferred. I saw when he let his hands go off the defender, and that dude just teed off on Shedeur. They did that on purpose. And he gave up all them sacks and did it on purpose, but yet he's sitting in the NFL right now. Y'all know he's in the NFL, right? Tank is in the NFL. He's in the NFL now. He wasn't garbage. I know people say, damn, he garbage a beast. No, he not. That locker room was divided. They got pissed off. You remember, this is when it started. You remember when Coach Prime came in there? It started with the Louis luggage speech. That's when it started. They did not appreciate him doing that because a lot of those kids lost their scholarship and they had to go elsewhere. They ain't had no more scholarship. Some people, they rely on their scholarship. They're not going to go to the NFL, but they want their free education. He took that from a lot of people. And some of the football players, remember they all got together and quit at the same time? Remember that? He didn't let those players go. They all got together and decided they were going to quit at the same time. Right before the spring game. That's when they did it. There was one wide receiver that Coach Prime should have not had let go. He went on to Arizona. He's an NFL caliber type of receiver. You remember when Coach Prime identified it. You remember when he first talked to the receivers? Go back for us and go to Bucky's video. When he first talked to the receivers, he said, "Oh man, you got hurt. I understand." He said, "But I like what you did though." Or something like that. He said to him. He's like, "Yeah, I'm recovering and stuff." And Coach knew who he was. He knew his stats. But he transferred as well. He went to Arizona State. No, not Montana Lamonius Craig. Not him. He went to Auburn. There was another kid that went to Arizona State. And he's like the leader of Arizona State, but he injury prone. But he's really good though. But Coach had identified it because he was talking to him. He said, "I like what you did. That's impressive." Coach said that to him. You know what I'm saying? He said that was impressive. So Coach didn't want all of them to leave. He didn't. There was a few that he told that it wasn't going to work out, right? But he didn't tell all those players to hit the portal. He didn't. He was going to keep them, but they all hit the portal. See, no, not that wide receiver. His name is Jordan something. His name is Jordan. Is Jordan something? He transferred. He had broke his leg at Colorado. It's Jordan something. And when Coach Prime met with the wide receivers, he was talking with them. He was like, "Yeah, that's kind of impressive what you did." Jordan Tyson, thank you. Jordan Tyson. So when you go back and look, Coach Prime was talking to him. He's like, "Yeah, that's kind of impressive. As a walk-on, as a freshman, that's impressive." Coach, no. See, what they didn't know was they got an attitude with the Louis luggage speech, but what they didn't realize was if you a dog, he gonna keep you. He was testing them. And they failed it. And they didn't need to be there anyway with that attitude. They didn't need to be there. He didn't need no cancer in the locker room. He didn't. He was just doing that to weed the bad apples out, okay? He was weeding the bad apples out, and they're bad apples. So that's what happened there. But he's a good identifier of talent. He is. But sometimes, if you just ain't got it, just ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't go out there and play. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get the personnel. But according to Matt McChesney, he saw that they quit. He said for everybody that was on defense, he would bench him. But it's also the coordinators too. It's a problem. The defense it's a reflection on the defensive coordinator. If you gave up 400 and some yards, that's a reflection on you, regardless if you got bad personnel or not. That's a reflection on you that the team got 400 yards ran on them, rushing. Like, I don't care if you came from the NFL. Like, what I'm saying? Like, it ain't working here, though. The only reason why it worked last year because you had Travis in them. That's why it worked. So, like I said, actually, it is the personnel. That's what it is. But, damn, 400 yards. It's crazy. But that's it's just the personnel. Like, you got to recruit the personnel from high school. Like I said, Alabama, they got Caleb Downs from high school. Caden Proctor from high school. Michigan got their quarterback from high school. You got to get them from high school and then build them. They are getting people from high school. They did get Juju. At this point, I don't think he's going to play, and maybe he'll play the last 3 games. That's what I think, because he got to preserve his red shirt. It don't make no sense for him to play now and he mess up his red shirt. So he might as well just do his red shirt. You said the cancer is still there. It is. I think it is. I just don't know who it is, though. But if I was there day to day, I would have been told Coach Prime who it was. I would have been told him. Like, bro, you got to get rid of your offensive coordinator. I would have been told him if that's it. But I don't know who it is. So I can't speak on that. Yeah, they had Hill, Green, and Bentley. They had a good one with Hill, Green, and Bentley, though. That combination was good. They don't have that no more. And also, did you know what's his name transferred? Wester. LeJontay Wester, little brother. He transferred. He's not there no more. He's a hell of a linebacker. He transferred. I forgot about that. But here's the thing, though. Like, Wade is good, though. He's doing good regardless. So if let me see. if he makes himself eligible for the draft, if this is last year, he'll definitely get picked up on the practice squad for sure. For sure. Because Hill Green made it. No, not Hill Green. Is that who it was? That made it with Travis. I forget his name. He made it, and he was pretty solid. But I don't know, man. I don't know if it's offensive. I don't know. Yeah, BJ Green. I don't know if it's the I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is, guys, because I'm not there. I don't know. Only Coach Prime knows the problem. I don't know it. I think he was a little perplexed. Like, what the fuck? Like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? I know he was like that because I'm like, I don't know. I don't get it. But only thing I could say is some teams just got your number. Like, it just because Utah was like, they were really busting people up this year. They were. It's just that Utah is good this year, though. I think that's what it is. They didn't have enough for Utah, man. If you go look at their record and go look at the score, you can tell that they was hurting people all year, man. You think so? I can't prove it, but that's what's like the spirit is telling me somebody's sabotaging. It's not set up for him to win at that level. It's not set up for him to win at that level. You said you was sad and when I saw that video that Prime put on that dress. What video he put on a dress? So, and then with this whole betting scandal coming out, I think it's in college football too. These players getting paid under the table. You know what I'm saying? And to make sure they don't win the game. I don't remember that. You said back in the day, I don't remember that. I don't remember all that. But let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, Mr. Stefanski.
Hey, everyone, we have Coach here. Coach, we'll let you get started.
Okay, thanks, Jordan. Okay, injury front. Tyson Campbell's in concussion protocol. Rayshon Jenkins is dealing with a groin injury. He's really day-to-day. Quinshawn Judkins is day-to-day with the shoulder. And then Carson Swessinger has an ankle injury. We'll see how he looks coming out of the bye. But I'd say that's really like a week-to-week type injury. Obviously, like we talked about yesterday evening, frustrating on a bunch of different levels, not to play our best,
He didn't even mention Shedeur. What's up with Shedeur's injury? You see what I'm saying, guys? He don't even acknowledge Shedeur. He don't. That's why Shedeur got to go. He didn't even acknowledge Shedeur's injury. So Shedeur wasn't injured. He didn't even acknowledge Shedeur.
coach our best in that game. And then, that frustration will lead to us looking at how to get better. And that's where this bye will be huge for this football team. You know, we still got more than half of the season left, but we got to make some. Definitely have to look at it and as a coaching staff, look at it and find ways to set our players up for success, and that's what our sole focus will be this week. With that, I'll take any questions.
Question goes to Scott.
Hey, Kevin, with Carson, there's a report there's a high ankle, and if so, is IR a possibility for him?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into the specifics of it, Scott, but I don't believe this will be IR.
Okay, and then do you expect Cedric Tillman to come back following the bye?
I do.
And last thing on that, just receiver core, how much do you miss his size out there in just a bunch of different ways?
Yeah, listen, we like the guys we got. Obviously, we have some guys that are smaller, fast, that type of thing, but we like the guys we got. But it would be good to have Ced back.
Thanks.
Next to Mary Kay.
Yeah, Kevin, when you talk about what you can do, and yesterday you mentioned that you're going to stick with Dylan going forward. When you talk about looking at every single thing, I mean, is play calling? I mean, like, is that something that you'll look at? Will you think about letting Tommy have a shot at it, or what are some of the things that you actually can do to change things over this spot?
Yeah, I think I need to spend time on all those things, Mary Kay, and I think it's by position we have to be better, and we have to put our players in better spots, if you will, and that includes every position. So we'll look at all of it this week and make a decision coming out of the bye.
Okay, thanks.
All right, next go to Jeff.
Kevin, you and Tommy throughout this have kept saying we have to put our players in better positions. So since you've been trying to do that since the first game, what more can be done?
Well, I think the big picture there, Jeff, is to have success as an offense. You have to be efficient in what you're doing, and you have to be explosive in what you're doing. And in order to do that, we have to put guys in certain spots, put them in whatever position it may be at, wide receiver, tight end, running back, if you will, and find ways to maximize their skill set. So when you're not having the success that we.
All right. So let me just say this real quick. These are some dates to remember. November 4th. November 4th is the trade deadline. So let's look at the Browns schedule. Wouldn't this be dope? Okay. So if Shedeur is playing, but after the bye week against the New York Jets, I will go to that game because I'm right down the street. I will go to it, but if not, I'm not going. I'm not buying no tickets. But November 4th, that's before November 4th. That's November 9th. So Shedeur, he may be getting traded before November 4th or November 4th because they got a bye week. And after the bye week, they playing the Jets. And then after that, they playing the Ravens. And then on November 23rd, they're playing the Raiders. I hope Shedeur is a Raider because now he gets to get his big get back against the damn Browns. I hope that happens. But once he get traded, guys, it is now on. He's now on now. Listen to Mary Kay questions. Yeah, let's go. Keep going.
Need to be having, and we're working towards. Obviously, we're not doing enough. So you're constantly looking at different players, different ways that routes that they can run concepts that they can run. So you have to continue to search for those things so that you can be efficient and then ultimately explosive.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, next we'll go to Daryl.
Yeah, Kevin, you guys seem to be somewhat excited in the draft to get Dylan Gabriel in the third round. And obviously he's not shown maybe some of those things that you guys saw coming out of college. Just, what's been missing in these 4 starts as far as bringing out some of those traits that really got you guys as an organization excited about him?
Yeah, I think it's like as you know, Daryl, this is playing good on offense is about 11 guys on the field and us as coaches doing our job. Obviously, young players will learn in each outing that they're out there. I think Dylan will continue to learn, will continue to get better. But it's really an entire offensive type of thing where we all need to be better.
And it doesn't seem like we're going to talk to Andrew this week. But just for you, going back to last season, and it's obviously been a difficult stretch here for the organization. Just, how has this been for you to kind of, get through these growing pains as you guys try and find your footing again?
Yeah, it's football. There's ups and downs to a game. There's ups and downs to a season. We'll take a breath here. Players certainly will get refreshed and we'll be ready for the final 9 of the regular season.
All right, next we go to Chris.
Hey, Kevin, I know we've talked a lot over the last several weeks about the deep passing game. Are you noticing defenses starting to really start to overload the box, almost dare you to try to throw deep or doing things defensively, because of what you guys haven't been able to do in that aspect of the game?
I think every game is different, Chris. Every defense has a different plan week to week. Sometimes it can be disguised. Sometimes it can be, like you're mentioning, a 7 or 8 man box, but it really, we've seen all different types of defenses throughout the season.
Thanks.
All right, next we'll go to Ashley.
Hey, Kevin, a few of the guys were talking about, with the run kind of along those lines, the lack of production on early downs hurting you guys. I mean, how much does that impact the play calling, especially when you're facing so many 3rd and longs, even earlier in the game?
Yeah, I think that's a key to being successful on offense, Ashley, is having success on early downs, whether you run or pass it, to either stay out of 3rd down or stay into 3rd and manageable distances. And I think too often in that game, we didn't do a good enough job on 1st down, and that led to not staying on the field. The time of possession was such that we weren't able to, remain on the field, get to plays that we wanted to get to, and you end up running out of time there if you're not doing your job on 1st and 2nd down.
And I know you got asked about Jerry yesterday, but just the fact that he didn't get a target until early in the 4th quarter, like what needs to happen to get him involved earlier? And are you guys worried at all about, frustration with him just with how the year has gone?
Yeah, I'm frustrated with that loss. I'm frustrated that we don't get the ball to Jerry, our best wide receiver, earlier in that game and throughout that game. Now, are there always reasons for those type of things? Sure, but it's not lost on me that Jerry's our best player at that position, and we have to get him the ball. And that goes back to the earlier comment we talked about, just making sure we have our guys in the right positions, whether it's where they're playing on the formation, the routes we're asking them to run, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, next we have Fred.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously in the bye week, middle of the road, kind of crossroads. How do you evaluate? You're playing a lot of young guys, but where the organization, where the team is versus this topsy-turvy AFC North, 2 games out of 1st place at the midway point. So how do you balance that, with 9 games to play? All in or continue, and just what's been going on?
No, we're all in, Fred. I mean, you are what your record says you are, so we got to own it. That's where we are. But
he said we're all in, Fred. You are what your record is, man. I'm about to do a parody on him. I got because y'all know how I am with this AI stuff. I got something is cooking for him, especially for him. We're locked in. Okay, everybody's in. Everybody's all in. We are what our record is, but hey, we're all in. They losers, man. We're all in. Okay, we're all in. He said, I don't want 12 to say this boy job. I pray 12 get traded. All right, so November 4th. November 4th is the date. November 4th. Yeah, they all sound like robots. Yeah, we're all in. Like I said, we're all in together. I know our record reflects it. Something we're all what our record is, but however, we're all locked in. We're all trying to get better at each position. We have to evaluate each position. We're just gonna have to evaluate each position. Well, what about Dylan? He can't get this ball down the field, but we're helping him out. We're getting him his reps. Well, how come Shedeur can't get no reps? Well, Shedeur, he's a backup. We need to get Dylan all the reps he can have. So that's how we're doing it. But what happens if Dylan go down, sir? Shedeur has to go in. Yeah, but we probably put Bailey Zappi in, okay? Because they know they about to trade him. He's not even thinking about Shedeur's injury. He didn't even say nothing about it. Oh, I'm gonna get him in this AI. I'm gonna get him. I got to figure it out though. But anyway, Shedeur is looking at most possibly getting traded. Guys, if this trade deadline passed and he's still with the Browns, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. Like, for real. Yeah, we still have Shedeur here. We're just going to continue to develop him. He's now third string, but the reason why we got him at third string because we're developing him. And Bailey, oh, man. Shedeur is good, though. For him to keep his cool, that's all he has to do is keep his cool and be patient. And he's getting out of there. He about to go to Las Vegas. Watch. He better start packing. Start packing your clothes, Shedeur. Because I know he was complaining he ain't have all his stuff there. When Bucky was there, he said his closet looking strange. He will start packing. Because I believe you leave in Cleveland. He don't need to be there anyway. He don't need to be in Cleveland. He don't. They're losers. Who's mid? Who's look at Crimson gonna come up in here talking about somebody mid. Yeah, his response, well, yeah, we're not there yet. We're getting there, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet, man. Dylan not there yet either. He's definitely not there yet. He's not there yet either. He's not there yet. They said, well, we like how he's really catching on to the plays. He's really bright. He's really catching on. I'm like, oh my God. I don't even think Dylan wants to be there, to be honest with you. I don't even think he want to be there, but you got to do what he got to do. You said this is God. You said that's what the dance was about on Friday's practice. You said Kevin wants a good old boy at quarterback. Well, he liked Deshaun. He likes Deshaun. But Deshaun, I heard Deshaun is helping both the quarterbacks out. They all helping each other. So I think they're anticipating Deshaun coming back. So they're going to see if they can get something for Shedeur, like a draft pick or something. Then Dylan a backup. Dylan a backup Deshaun. But Shedeur is, I can see it playing out. He going to the Raiders, man. Straight up. But if any by chance he stays with them and he play against the New York Jets after the bye week, I will be at the stadium. I will be at MetLife. I will be at MetLife Stadium. Okay. I will be at MetLife Stadium early. I'm going to get in there early. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it on the line now because I'm a Jets fan and I'm being there cheering for number 12. I'm putting myself on the line now because my people gonna be in there like, yo, you a Jets fan? What's up? I'm like, but I like Shedeur, and Shedeur need to be with the damn Jets. All right, so they ain't gonna be too bad. They ain't gonna be too bad. Yeah, I don't know Kevin Stefanski, man. Lord, I know Mary Kay, but we're not there yet with him yet. We're still building them. We're still building them up. You need to get Dylan up. Man. See, now Dylan is what you call getting thrown to the wolves. Dylan is getting thrown to the wolves, man. He is. Anytime somebody Superman sack you, he got Superman sacked. Man, that was crazy. The dude dived in the air. He was fully horizontal. It was like he was Superman flying to sack him. That was crazy. That was crazy. And he got sacked. Holy crap. That offensive line can't be that horrible. I don't even want Shedeur to play there. Yeah, go ahead and get traded. Because I don't want him to get hurt. You said Miles does not want to play with Deshaun. Myles Garrett? No, Kevin ain't getting fired. Him and the owner is together on this. Oh, Coach Prime went to the Browns. They'll start winning. Listen, Coach Stefanski and the owner is together, man. He is not getting fired. He's not getting fired, man. We can just stop that. We can kill that noise. Wasn't he coach of the year or something shit? Or something happened? I don't know how he was coach of the year, but he was. But yeah, they riding on that coach of the year. He ain't going nowhere. You say Coach Prime losing credibility with all of the CU losses? I mean, think about it like this. Maybe just the personnel is not there. You know what I'm saying? Because the quarterback, he having a hard time. I thought his helmet looked too big for his head. It was just weird, yo. Like he had I think it was the wave cap he had on. Did y'all see it? It looked like his helmet was too big. It was just, oh my God. When he got sacked, it looked like he was in a daze. It looked like he'd be in a daze out there, man. Like, oh my God. I feel bad, but he getting his money though. At least he got his money. I give him that. That's a plus, not a minus. I know he's supposed to be running it, but he, I guess he want to display that he's a passer too. He want to go to NFL. His eyes be wide open. No, I'm not trying to clown him, but that's what it looks like a deer in headlights. Let me stop. What DJ? Stop. But that kid got his money. He be out there. Y'all go look at the highlights. He's like, ugh. It's like everything is like over. It's like everything is overwhelming. Like, oh my God. Oh. I would too if I'm getting sacked like that. Shit, you got 250, 300-pound linemen coming to sack you. You say he need to. I know that's what I would look. All I need is to take one good Superman sack, and I would just lay there. And you know what I would say? It's my back, because you can't prove injuries on your back. You can't. It's hard to prove. Like if you're saying you got back problems, like I got legitimate back problems, but I'm talking about you can still fake it. Like, yo, my back is tight. You know, something. My back. But can you play in this game? Nah, coach, my back, man. It's still sore. It's still tight. Yeah, he looked like yo, he just looking like, oh shit, what's going on? Like, holy shit. But I mean, I don't know. I think it was all the sacks. But then at the press conference, he looked cool. He was like, yeah, I don't. He said we just didn't see it, and he was happy. Wasn't he happy? He was happy at the press conference. They just lost 53. They just got the ass whooped, right? Yeah. I watched over 10. I watched over 10 hours of film this week, and the stuff they was throwing at me, I didn't see it. I didn't. See, yo, this is a Ocean's 11. He pulled the Ocean's 11 on this university. He did, because somebody said he got over 500,000. He pulled the Ocean's 11, yo. He robbed them. He was like this. Yeah, I watched the film and wow, I just didn't. They were throwing stuff at me that I didn't see in the film. He said they catered some plays just for us. They did. You said he definitely in a 7-Eleven NIL deal. Yo, he was like, yeah, I didn't see the stuff that they were throwing at me, the blitzes. I didn't see that in their film at all. He was like he was real happy. Like he didn't look like he just got beat by that much. He said, and Coach Prime told me I got to throw 60% in practice, and I did that. But when I got in the game, they were just throwing stuff at me I never seen before. I didn't see it in their film. I'm like, oh my God, yo. That's the rumor out there right now that he will get traded. The trade deadline is November 4th. But November 1st is when things in this country is getting ready to go crazy. Things in this country really getting ready to go crazy November 1st. It's getting ready to go down. Do y'all hear me? It's getting ready to go down in a major way. I don't know if he can't read defenses. I don't know. He explained it in his press conference what happened. I know why you asking me that, because he's the way he responded. Because he said, I don't know. The looks that I saw, I didn't see that on their film. He said, I didn't see it. He said, I studied over it for 10 hours this week, and I didn't see the looks they gave. I didn't see that. He said, they tailored the defense to us. Yep. Yeah, the signs are there. And Kenny Pickett likes Shedeur. So he probably already, well, Brady already knows Shedeur. So, oh, explain November 1st. It's getting ready to stay. No, be careful when you go outside. Be careful. It's getting ready to go down. Walmart already said out here where I'm at, they said they're closing their stores on November 1st. And the only way you can go shopping is let you order it online. Yep. And they deliver it to you. Millions of Americans ain't going to have them food stamps on November 1st. Oh, I mean, it ain't really about stocking up. It's still going to be plenty of stock there, but people ain't going to be able to buy it. That's the problem. And they're going to have around here, they're going to have police at all the Walmart so nobody can loot them. And they got, do you remember how you heard at the National Guard? Well, look, I'm going to talk about this on my other channel. I'm about to go live over there. I'm going to give you all the link. It's called the Max Vault. If y'all want to come over there, the Max Vault. They already got military out in different areas in the country right now. That's the reason. They knew this was coming. And then we got something flying over our head. We don't even know what it is. So that's coming too. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. But if y'all want to talk about it more, come on over to the Max Vault, man. Check me out in about 20 minutes because I'm going to go live over there and talk about this stuff to get ready for November 1st and what to do and how to move around. Because people, I'm telling you, oh yeah, let me do that for you. Hold on. Yeah, I'll pin it. There's no relief in sight on when the government is going to open back up. And you know who's not about to get paid, right? Air traffic control. They're not getting no check because they only get paid once a month and they're not going to get it. They're not going to get their check, man. So it's a lot going on. So I just want to let y'all know, be safe out there. Watch your house, stuff like that. Here's my channel. Make sure y'all subscribe. Yeah, make sure y'all check me out over there. Let me see. It won't let me see. It won't let me do it. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Pin the message. Yeah, I have my other channel up there. I'm going to go live in about 20 minutes over there. See, I talk about this stuff over there. I keep it sports over here. But over there, we can really get down if y'all want. And I have a panel tonight too, whatever y'all want to do. But y'all be safe over there. I mean, be safe out here. I'm not saying nothing's going to happen, but just be ready. Thank you, Mark. I'll see you over there. But listen, just be safe out there because all this stuff is intentional. They want people to crash out. They do because the military is in place. So, and my cousin, she was on Facebook because she's a content creator on Facebook. She mainly on Facebook, and she put out links already for people out here to know where the soup kitchens are. Where you can go get toiletries and bread, bread line. She's already put the list out there already to which churches to go to. and to get your bag and stuff to try to survive, because we don't know how long this government is going to stay shut down. And here's the thing. I want you to look at your Congress people, because they're to blame here. So vote them out. If you affected, make sure you vote against them because you should not be going without food, and it's almost the holidays. Okay, so that's a good way to vote them out if that's what you want to do. This is ridiculous. So yeah, I'm gonna go over there, and but yeah, so November 4th is the deadline. So look for Shedeur to go to the Raiders. Actually, let me tell you the team that they're really looking at. Hold on, let me see. There's the chatter here. I'm about to tell y'all now. Okay, which team are they looking at? I know I looked at it earlier. Let's see. Shedeur. I had it bookmarked. Oh, I guess I didn't. Wait a minute. It's over here. Shedeur. Where is it? Shedeur. Okay. He's dealing with back. No, that's not it. Okay. The Jets. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, it's the New York Jets. Guys, I promise you, listen to me right now. If he become a New York Jet, I'm going to every last game. For the rest of the season. I'm only 20 minutes from the stadium. Shedeur, you can live in Edgewater. Shedeur, there's plenty of place you live over here. Okay? Shedeur, you sit up there and go to the Jets. These people ain't gonna never hear the last of my mouth. This is gonna become a New York Jets channel. I promise you this. Because the owner wants him bad. Do y'all hear me? Listen, it might be the Jets, Chandra. It might be the Jets. I'm a Jets fan, and I'm right down the street. Listen to me. He go there, you're never gonna hear the last time. Go get me a Shedeur Jets jersey. You're never gonna hear the last of it. And look, guys, if he go to the Jets, he's never leaving. He's never leaving the Jets. The owner felt like he was had. He felt like he was lied to. He like, this kid can play. Y'all sitting up here lying to me. Oh, it's the Jets, guys, because he don't like Fields, man. He don't. You said I'll be shocked if he gets traded. He about to get traded, Casey. Shit, they might trade him for Justin Fields. Just have him come take over, man. No, they're not trading him for Justin Fields. What they'll do is they'll trade him in and then have him back up Justin Fields so he can get ready to take over. Yeah, Shedeur needs to be in New York. Okay, so that's just what it is. So we'll see. We'll see November 4th. So mark November 4th on your calendars, but also mark November 1st on your calendar, because that's what's going to go down around here. I'm telling you. But we'll talk about that in about 20 minutes. Guys, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate y'all rolling in. I'll be over there in a second. A few topics we're going to cover over there tonight, and that's one of them is the food stamp situation and how to stay safe out here. So we're going to talk about that in about 20 minutes. The link is up there, pinned there, if anybody want to come over there. And yeah, I'll be over there. All right, guys. But November 4th is going down. I'll catch y'all later.